Sorry, William. Mom had to be boring for a couple months, but I'm making you a sibling that you can play with forever. Hello guys. It has been quite some time since I have spoken to you. The last vlog you saw, I filmed when I was about 7 weeks pregnant, and I am currently now 16 weeks pregnant. It's been a while, guys. Today we're just gonna do a little recap of the first trimester symptoms, what's been going on, a little life update, and all of that. And then I will kind of explain, what should be coming in the near future. So, man, where to even begin, guys? Where to even begin over the past couple months? It has been very hard over here, guys. I thought the first trimester with my first pregnancy was rough, and it was. It was. Gotta give that some credit. However, being pregnant with a toddler is just a whole nother ballgame, and my symptoms were just magnified this time. So that's been fun. I found out I was pregnant pretty early on, especially considering I didn't even know I had ovulated. But the first week or so, I really didn't have many symptoms, but then bang, nausea full force just hit me so hard, guys. And I would wake up in the morning and laying down, I was like, okay, feeling okay. It's going to be a good day. I would just sit up and get out of bed and instant nausea. And it would just increase and get worse throughout the day. It was really, really hard, especially with William, who is used to outings almost every day, mom doing activities all the time. We're always outside and always doing things. It was a really hard transition for him, especially because it came with no warning whatsoever. It was just one day, life changed. Poor little guy. I felt so bad for him. I still feel so bad for him. But, you do what you do when you can. And that's just been my philosophy, or what I've been trying to tell myself this entire time. It has been hard. So I'd wake up, try and get some food in my belly, and try and use the little bit of energy I have to go on an outing with William or take him outside or something. And then we'd get home and I'd kind of nap on the couch while he would play, which I just had to. I was exhausted. And then we would play a little bit as much as I could. And then when Will got home, I kind of retreated to the bedroom, and that was that. And I couldn't really talk to anyone. Even picking my phone up to text or to look at Instagram, anything would make me nauseous. It was really rough. And for probably 3 weeks, I would say, I was actually getting sick like 3 times a day. So I wasn't keeping much down. Water or any liquids made me super nauseous. The only way I was staying somewhat hydrated, because I wouldn't say I was fully hydrated. My lips were chapped, my skin was dry. Like, it was pretty bad for those couple weeks. But the only reason that I don't think I, was like hospital level dehydrated was in the middle of the night. Every time I woke up, I would take a sip of water. Because in the middle of the night, I felt fine. Of course. Maybe I should just flip-flop my day. I don't know. But I would just kind of like gulp some water down, go back to bed, wake up, gulp some water down, go back to bed. And that kept me somewhat hydrated for the beginning. We went to our first appointment and we found out that our due date is May 15th. And this was the first ultrasound, just a little blob in there. And you guys already saw that in my last video. And at this appointment, the doctor said I could go on Zofran if I wanted. I didn't quite want to do that just yet. I wanted to try out the B6 and the Unisom combo, which, not the combo pill, that's called like diclegis or something. I don't know, don't quote me on that. I totally just pulled that from my brain. Haven't thought about it in a while. But I didn't try the combo pill. I tried them separately. They're over the counter. And for a little bit, like a little bit as in like maybe 5 days, I thought it was kind of helping, but then all of a sudden I couldn't keep down the B6 pill. Just all of a sudden my body was like, no. So I just stopped. I said, no, it's not worth it. It's just causing me to get more sick. So I haven't been on that since. But slowly my nausea got better. And I mean slowly, as it started at what? 5 weeks, and I would say was really, really rough until 10, and then slowly got better until 13, 14 weeks. And now that I'm at 16 weeks, my nausea is fairly good. And it was funny how it kind of happened. My nausea would, was all day, and then it got a little better, so it wouldn't start till like 10 a.m. Then the next week it wouldn't start till noon. Then the next week it'd be 1 p.m. So I'm just hoping to creep up toward bedtime and just feel good all day really soon. Smells are still crazy. Ooh, food aversions, like meat this whole time. Yeah, I'm kind of going vegetarian over here for the most part. Out, like at a restaurant or something, I can maybe get a burger or something, but cooking, yeah, no meat over here. I honestly have probably cooked 4 times since I've been pregnant. And that is very unlike me. I cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day here. If you know me, I cook all the time. So it's been really hard, like I said, on William, but also on my husband, Will, because he gets home from work and he's just like slammed into cook dinner, chores, bath time, bedtime. Mom is down and out. So of course he wants to step up and help, but it's also really hard on him when he's dealing with his work stuff, and he's been having a big transition at work. So the timing has not been very great for him, but he's been making it work, and I don't know, I guess thank you to him if he's going to watch this. I don't know if he will. And those first few weeks, you're like, okay, just got to get through this. Won't last that long. And, you're trying to give yourself grace when you can't do everything. But when it turns into months of feeling this way, months of not doing your usual chores, not pulling my weight, not posting here, it really gets to you. And I was feeling so useless. I was so down at one point. I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. This is just crazy. Like, when is this going to stop? When is this going to stop? Not only useless, but I was just so alone. Yes, I had my toddler here and my husband was here in the evenings, but he was busy doing things. And even when he would come and, try and talk to me, I was just like, I love you, but you have to leave. I can't focus, and like movement, and you guys see, I talk with my hands. So does my husband. I'm sure William will too. He's kind of already started. But like when he would talk with his hands, I would just get dizzy. I'm like, I'm going to puke on you. I'm so sorry, but I need you to leave. And it was just not very fun. And slowly as I have gotten better, it's been so nice to have a little smidgen of family time back. But I also had the excessive saliva thing, which is just not a fun time when you're nauseous. Honestly, that might be contributing to my nausea. But like brushing my teeth, high necklines, like, oh my gosh, this is one of the first times I've worn a high neckline, because I've been nauseous. But like everything that would make me nauseous in William's pregnancy made me nauseous this time, but just like times 10, just times 10. Yeah. So, but don't worry, this little baby will be worth it. That's what I've been telling myself this whole time. I wish I had a name for this little baby, but anyway. But as time went on, my nausea was getting better around was it the 12-week mark? Yes, the 12-week mark. We went in for another ultrasound. So this is little baby. I almost said the gender. You guys don't know yet. Little baby. I almost said the gender again. Oh my gosh. Anyway, little baby is super healthy. 12 weeks and 6 days is when I got this ultrasound. I also got blood work done for all of the genetic testing and the gender. And man, was it hard to wait on those gender results. Don't worry, I'll be sharing that soon with you guys. People in our personal life kind of already know, but I haven't shared it publicly yet. So you guys will be getting that video in 2 days, I want to say 2 days. And then since this ultrasound, the only other appointment I have had was actually today. So like I said, I am 16 weeks. Today I had more labs done, which I never even asked what those are for. Normally I ask and like to know. I don't even know what this was for. I don't remember having blood work done at this stage last time, but here we are. But other than blood work and a urine sample, they looked at the heartbeat. Heartbeat was 148. Everything sounded good. and she just wanted to check my blood pressure, which is looking good, thank goodness. Last time toward the end, that was an issue, and so it's just been on my mind, you know, it's just been on my mind this whole time, but I don't think I really have to worry about it until toward the end. I guess we'll see and just watch it closely. I do have a cuff at home that they want me checking like 2 or 3 times a week just to make sure it's not spiking randomly all of a sudden. Even though during the second trimester, your your blood pressure drops a little bit. She told me that today. So she actually said stay extra hydrated right now because of that. She doesn't want me getting dizzy with low blood pressure and dehydration. So I'm like, well, you know what's good? I'm not super nauseous, just a little bit nauseous now. So drinking water is easier. Actually, I forgot to mention, I've been obsessed with peppermint. So for the first half of the first trimester, I would say I was eating those like mint, what are they? Lifesavers, the winter green Lifesavers. And man, after eating those for so long, I don't want them anymore. No, thank you. But they helped so much with my like excessive saliva and my nausea that oh my gosh, I went through so many of those. And now I'm on to candy canes. I'm loving them. So William tries to steal them. So that's been fun to hide them in my pocket and take a little bite when I can. I did want to mention breast tenderness because I haven't had much. Well, it's been different. Let me explain. With William, they were tender pretty much right away, like through my first trimester, if I'm remembering correctly. With this pregnancy, actually, one of the reasons that I thought, I need to take a test, which I didn't do that video. If you guys want to see the whole like 2-week wait, I don't have a whole day-by-day thing this time, but I have, you know, symptoms why I thought I was pregnant. I can do a video on that if you want. But one of the main things was I was out in a store. I don't even think there was any babies around me. Like, William wasn't even with me. And I just got the feeling of a letdown. If you breastfed or are breastfeeding, then maybe you remember the sensation of milk coming in, like a letdown feeling. I felt that just out of the blue. And I'm like, whoa, honey. We ain't be milking right now. What's going on? So yeah, I don't know that, but that was just one instance. And then no tenderness, nothing like that until about 2 weeks ago. So around the 14-week mark, I would say definite instant tenderness. They feel full. I feel like there's milk. I feel like I could feed a baby tomorrow if I needed to. So that happened overnight. Craziness. Other things, I just feel like I've gotten so much bigger, so much quicker. I feel like I look like I did at 6 months last time, and I'm just now, what, 4? Just 4 months now. I'll give you a bump shot in a minute, but man, I feel like the baby is growing quickly this time, but my body just knows what to do, I guess. And I definitely felt kicks early. I mean, 13 weeks, I was like, what that can't be the baby. But then same spot, same feeling. 5 minutes later, I've been feeling kicks since 13 weeks. With William, I started feeling around this point, like 16, 17 weeks. I'm pretty sure. Other than that, sleep has been okay. Falling asleep is hard because I'm nauseous. But once I'm asleep, sleep has been okay until recently. My sciatica has been acting up, and that really stinks because I had this issue in my 3rd trimester with William. But I'm like, all these like 3rd trimester things, feeling big, feeling, you know, sciatica, things like that I remember later on being out of breath, everything's exhausting. Yeah, starting earlier. So I'm just like, great, it's gonna be just 10 times worse as I get bigger. So I'm just kind of like holding in there, holding on, trying to get through each day. But I'm also feeling better, so there is a bright side. I'm trying to think if there's anything else pregnancy-wise, even though I just talked your whole ear off, but it has been 3 months. All right, let's do this bump shot before I completely forget and you guys get mad at me. Feeling a little frosty. Do you guys like this shirt? 5 below. Okay, 16 weeks and 5 days. Baby be bumping. Baby is bumping. Jeez Louise. The only other thing I wrote down that I haven't mentioned, it's actually a really sad story. So a couple days ago, I was reading Brown Bear, you know, that little book with animals. And we read that all the time, I feel. Like, he knows the book by heart, probably. Well, I noticed he wasn't looking at the book. He was just staring intently at me when I was reading the book to him. And it was in a way that I could tell he was intrigued. Like, oh, this is exciting. And I had no idea what he was doing. I'm like, I read you books all the time. I read this book all the time. What's so exciting about me right now? And on occasion, he would glance at the page and then he'd just look back right at me. And then I realized I have probably been reading books so monotone, so boring for the past 3 months. Now this kid is like, oh, my mom is exciting all of a sudden? What happened? Because I'm coming back to life, you know? Like, even how I'm talking to you guys right now, I could not talk this animated, this long, this loud. I just couldn't. And so it just made me so sad. When I put 2 and 2 together, he was staring at me because it was just like, oh, my mom is so cool, you know? Not even cool. I'm just not boring. I'm just not boring. So sorry, William. Mom had to be boring for a couple months, but I'm making you a sibling that you can play with forever. So yeah, that's pretty much pregnancy. Let's see, life in general. Obviously, it revolves around pregnancy, but life in general has been hard because of pregnancy. But like I said, we're coming out of it. We're starting to enjoy a little bit of Christmas. In the next few videos, you'll see us getting our tree, a couple little Christmas things, fun stuff as a family. And William has been loving Christmas. But one thing that he loved more that I could not vlog when I was sick was Halloween. This kid was obsessed with Halloween. Oh my goodness. He was requesting to go to Spirit Halloween every single day. He wanted to watch Halloween videos on YouTube. He wanted to talk about Halloween, read Halloween books. It was just all Halloween for months. And he still asks for Halloween. Actually, the day we got the tree, when we were trying to say, oh, it's Christmas tree. He was like, Halloween tree, Mom. It's like, no, this is a Christmas tree. we're switching gears here, buddy. And every time we walk into Target, he still asks to go to the Halloween section. And I'm like, Halloween, goodbye until next year, but we can go look at Christmas. And he's like, okay, let's go look at Christmas, Mom. So, but we have gone on a couple little drives around the block at night to look at lights and stuff. And we definitely have some really fun stuff planned for Christmas time because I want to do all the Christmas things since we couldn't really do the Halloween things. We did trick-or-treating. He was Scooby-Doo and Will was Shaggy and I was Velma. So that was fun, but we didn't do any fall festivals. We didn't even go to a pumpkin patch. We didn't carve a pumpkin. We just did the bare minimum. Oh, William's birthday. You guys missed that too. I actually vlogged some of that and never made the video. So that stinks. But his party was construction themed, shocker. And it was fun. And he had 3 or 4 little friends come and he had a blast. And he did really well until like 2 hours in, like when the party was ending. You know, it was just kind of like, I'm done, Mom. Don't want kids playing with my toys anymore. I don't want to share. I'm tapped out type of thing. So it went downhill fast, but it was a really, really fun time. And I think it turned out pretty cute. And everyone had a good day. I think that's all I wanted to tell you guys. Yeah, it is day 5 of Vlogmas, right? I skipped one day, so technically day 4, but it's day 5 of Vlogmas, and I am hoping to be posting almost every day. I'm treating it just like last year, because, you know, I just want to enjoy the season. I'm not putting stress on it, but I also really enjoy the Christmas content. We still look back on last year's Vlogmas, and William loves watching all of those family videos. I love it. It's going to be great in the future. I definitely want to capture all of that. I just don't want to put stress on it or make it every single day, especially if I am still feeling a little sick and pregnant and want to enjoy my baby boy before he has a sibling. It's his last Christmas as an only child. So I'm going to try and post every single day. But if I miss a day here or there, just know it's because I am in bed sick or I'm hanging out with family. So let's hope it's the latter. Let's hope it's the latter. But I will see you guys all tomorrow with another video, and I hope you're all enjoying your Christmas season. Bye, guys.